Good evening, all of you. So just tell me in the chat whether I'm audible. Okay, thank you, Arpita, for confirming. Yes, thank you, everyone. We'll just wait for 1 minute. Okay, so let us start. First of all, good evening, all of you, and I welcome all of you to our live session. And these particular live sessions are going to be very frequent now since the placement season has started, and a lot of companies would be coming to your campuses. So as of now, Hexaware is conducting a on-campus drive for a lot of colleges. So it is not one particular date. So maybe some students will get it in next week, some might get it in July, some might get it in even August as well. So it is a on-campus drive, guys, not an off-campus drive. But generally, Hexaware conducts on campus as well as off campus. So what they do is when the final year starts, that is in the month of June, July, August, September, they conduct on campus drives specific to some colleges. And in the month of December or January, they conduct off campus drive as well. So your seniors, like the 2023 batch students, they had a off campus drive just in the month of January 2023. So all of those who are currently not having the on-campus drive does not mean you did not prepare for Hexaware. So anytime in future, you might also get an opportunity to appear for Hexaware drive. And this particular session will be useful for you at that particular moment. So make sure that if your particular college is not having many on-campus drives, then make sure that you prepare for a lot of companies, because these companies, whenever they get any particular requirement, they immediately go and launch their off-campus drives. Okay. So just in this particular session, what we are going to do is that I am going to guide you on the pattern, syllabus, important topics where you can get some free material to prepare, where you can get a mock test and all those things. Okay. And at the end of the session, if you are having any particular query, you can just put it in the chat section, and you can just ask me any particular question related to your preparation and I'll answer that. Okay. So I think it is good to go. Let us start now. So what happened is Hexaware has started conducting on-campus drives in various colleges, and students have come up to us to ask like how to prepare for Hexaware. Okay, so that's the reason we are conducting this particular session. So based on the previous experiences, the previous paper pattern, the previous students who have got placed in Hexaware, they have shared a lot of insights, and these insights would be useful for you to appear for the upcoming drive. So this is part. I'm currently on TalentBattle website itself. So we have created a special page about Hexaware, so where you will get the latest pattern, the questions for numerical ability, logical ability, verbal ability, pseudocode. You will get a coding questions, mock test as well. Okay, so you will get some interview experiences also. So you can go through this particular page. Later on, I have already shared the link of this particular page. Now let us go in detail. Okay, so what is Hexaware doing this year? So basically, you might have already received the eligibility criteria. Since it's an on-campus drive, your training and placement officer might have already shared this with you. And if not, and if he had just told maybe that Hexaware is planning to visit, but no details yet, these will be the most probably the details you are going to get. So BE, BTech, MCA students are eligible, 2024 batch students, CS, IT, EC, EEE, ETC. So the circuit branch students and the ITCS students are eligible. They need an aggregate of 60% of 6 CGPA throughout 10th, 12th, and undergraduate or postgraduate, that is MCA. No active backlog. Now, guys, generally what happens, Hexaware hires for two roles, GET and PGET. Okay, so GET, they offer a 4 LPA package, and PGET, they offer a 6 LPA package. Okay, now what they do is that for the first 6 months after you join, you get a stipend of 15,000 per month for GET role. and 25,000 per month for PGET role. So after 6 months on successful completion of training, you get basically the package of 4 or 6 LPA depending on which role you get selected for. There is a bond of 2 years. Okay. Now let us come to the pattern. Okay. What happens is Hexaware first conducts a online test. Okay. And the online test, the first section you can say is the aptitude section. Now this particular pattern is, guys, the previous year pattern, or you can say even when Hexaware conducted the off-campus drive in January. So they had followed this particular pattern. Okay. Now, if there are any particular changes to this particular pattern, if they update it this time, and if we come to know about it, definitely we will update you again on our social media channels. Okay. So there can be chances that there can be slight changes which company can make. But if they don't do any changes, this will be the pattern which will be followed this year. Okay. I think even many of the students some of their students had their exam yesterday, but it was postponed due to some reasons. Even if you have already faced the exams and if you want to share your particular experience for the 2024 batch exam, you can just comment in the chat section, or even maybe later on you can get in touch with us and share your experience so that students from other colleges can also benefit with your experiences. Okay. So 60 questions, 60 minutes, 20 questions from numerical ability, that is quantitative aptitude, 20 questions from reasoning ability, okay, and 20 questions from English or verbal ability. Now, this is a shared timer. So basically, it is not like 20 questions, 20 minutes. It is together 60 questions, 60 minutes, which you can use. So 60 minutes can be utilized for any section. Okay. So this was the pattern which they followed last year. Okay. Now, once you crack this particular test for aptitude, you are going to get a domain-based test in which there will be around 30 questions, and those questions will be based on pseudocodes and computer fundamentals. Okay. So pseudocodes are basically based on operators, bitwise operators, conditional and looping statements, functions, recursion. And then there will be some computer fundamental questions based on networking, operating system, MS Office, ER diagrams, protocols, IP addressing. Such kind of questions are also there. Okay. Now, as I already told you, we have already created a lot of sample questions which you can go through. So if you just click on other Hexaware resources over here, so you will get down here. So you can just go and click over here like numerical ability, logical, verbal. So all the sample questions are already over here. Okay. Now, let us go ahead. What happens once you go through the aptitude test? If you crack that, you go through the domain-based test. If you crack that, then there will be a communication round as well. So last year, a communication round was also conducted. Okay. Now, what happens basically in communication round is that your reading, listening, grammar, and pronunciation skills are checked. Okay. Now, what they do, they will give you some story on the screen. You have to read out the story, or they will play audio. You have to listen to the audio and repeat it again. So such kind of small, you can say, tasks are given to you in the communication round to check whether you have got decent level of reading, listening, grammar, and pronunciation skills. Okay. So that is the communication round which is conducted. If you crack that, then you will go to the technical interview, which is conducted for around 30 to 45 minutes. And majority of the students last year reported that the technical interview was mostly based on the resume or projects. So whatever mega projects or mini projects you have done, or whatever technical stuff you have done in your resume, whatever you have mentioned. So based on that, they are going to ask you questions. But they basically want to check your object-oriented programming concepts and even data structure concepts. There were some students who said that they got questions based on database and SQL as well. Okay. Now, it totally depends on what kind of projects you have basically done and what kind of projects you have mentioned in the resume. So that are basically going to help you for the technical interview. So if you crack the technical interview, then you will go to the HR interview, in which they are going to ask very frequently asked HR questions. Like you have to introduce yourself. They will ask you why you want to join Hexaware. What is your short-term goal? What are your hobbies? So information about Hexaware was particularly asked more during HR interviews of Hexaware. Okay. Now, you have to make sure that rounds, then you will not move to the next round. Okay. Crack these rounds, then you get selected for the base package. Okay. Now, what happens is if you are a top performer in this particular process of GET role. So this pattern which I currently discussed about aptitude, domain-based test, communication round, technical interview. So this was for the former in the GET selection process. Then you become eligible for the PGET role, and in that role, first again there will be a coding test. So in this particular coding test, you are going to get 2 questions and around 40 minutes of time. So you have to actually code on the coding platform. So you can use C, C++, Java, Python language. Okay. And there will be 2 questions. One will be normal logical question. Second question will be based on basics of data structures. Okay. See, Hexaware, whenever they conduct off-campus or on-campus drive, they do it at multiple colleges in multiple slots. And according to our analysis, 90% of the coding questions, which from all the slots, they were based on arrays and strings. Okay, so these are 2 important topics which you need to focus on. Prime number logic questions, recursive functions, basic DSA like stack queue, loops and function strings. So these are some of the concepts you need to be good at to solve the coding questions. Okay. And if you crack that particular coding round, then there is a final technical and managerial interview. This is similar to the interview which was conducted for the GT role, but in this, they are going to ask you some management related questions as well. So situation based HR questions, which are usually used to check your managerial or team skills. Okay, so this is also done. Now, whenever Hexaware, you can say, notifies the colleges, they have also mentioned some personality skills which are very important for them. Okay, so they want students with good communication skills, fluent in spoken and written English, okay, team player, interpersonal skills. So such kind of skills are mentioned. But whenever you are going for the HR interview, make sure that whenever you are mentioning these skills, make sure you give some examples related to your activities. It will help you to prove that you have got some of these skills. Not necessary that you should be having all of these skills, but at least majority of these skills you should possess. Okay. Here I have currently mentioned, after analyzing, I think nearly 900 to 1000 questions, okay, nearly 8 to 10 slots, our team has analyzed and come up with this particular syllabus. So these are some of the topics on which the questions were asked. Now, the most important thing, or I would say most challenging thing for Hexaware aptitude test is the topics are more, and the number of questions are also not that much. So if you check currently, questions based on nearly 10 to 12 topics are there, and the questions asked in numerical ability are hardly 20 questions. Okay, so there is a chance that you have to go and study each and every topic, because there will be at least 1 to 2 questions on each of these topics. Okay, now I'll not repeat these topics. Later on, again, you can come on this link and check out this particular topics. These are some of the reasoning ability topics. Maybe out of these topics, you might not have heard about topics like cubes, dices, or statement argument, statement conclusion, or you might not have heard about strengthening and weakening statement. So we are going to conduct some live sessions for Hexaware-specific questions as well on YouTube. Okay, we are going to do that. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon so that next time we come live for the Hexaware session, you will be notified immediately about it. Okay. Next. So these are some of the reasoning ability topics. Later on, you can come here, take screenshots for reference as well. Okay. These are some of the verbal ability topics, filling the blank, spelling, analogies. So you can again go and check it out. So the thing is, articles, speech and tense. So active voice, passive voice, such kind of questions were also there. Okay. Now, guys, we have already created different blogs for all of you, giving you examples of what kind of numerical ability questions were there. Okay. You can also go and check logical reasoning questions, verbal ability questions, some coding questions also we have put. Last year, one of our students also got placed in Hexaware with a package of 6 LPA, that is the PGET role. So she has shared her experience over here in this particular video. You can go and watch that particular video as well. We have also created one mock test as well. So let me just show you that. So you can take that free mock test as well. Okay, so if you come over here, yes. So here is the free mock test. So you can go and check out this mock test. So this will be, there are 4 tests actually, not a combined test, 4 different tests we have done. So aptitude, English, reasoning, 20 questions, and technical 40 questions will be there. You can go through these questions so that you get an idea about what kind of preparation is needed to crack the test, basically. Okay, so you can go through this particular test as well. Now, one important, now you can go ask me questions in the chat box, but one important thing, we are starting with our live classes for Masterclass student Hexaware. Now, I know a lot of Masterclass students might be also live for this session. So for Masterclass students, we are starting with Hexaware-specific live sessions from day after tomorrow. Okay, and the schedule for the same will be conveyed in the WhatsApp group for Masterclass students. If you are currently not a Masterclass student, then you can join Masterclass, because in that we are going to conduct training for 25 plus companies. Whichever companies come for on campus, off campus, we do conduct trainings for that. And along with that, you get a lot of preparation material for aptitude, coding. Okay, also you can say certification courses, full stack development. So these are some of the courses which we are having. You also get a lot of projects, mini projects, mega projects as well. Okay, and these are some of the company trainings which we cover. Okay, so the new batch for Masterclass actually starts from 29 June, but if you currently join immediately, you can immediately access all the material in recorded format as well. There are some study plans which we create for our Masterclass students so that they can follow that particular plan and they can fast track their preparation when it comes to placement. So this is some of the plans which we do. So this is a brochure for Masterclass which you can again go through later on. Okay, now if you have got any questions, you can ask. 2023 pass out can apply. I think 2023 pass out students, the off campus drive has already been completed in the month of January. What is the package? Package is 4 and 6 LPA. Okay, if you have got any particular question, guys, you can ask me in the chat. Yes, and guys, for Masterclass, what you can do is you can go and select the validity as well. So if you want to, all the content for all the validities is same. If you want to go for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, it depends on your requirement. You can use this particular coupon code as well on the card page to get the discount on this particular price. So further discount is also available over here. So I'll just give you a glimpse of what all is covered. So you get live plus self-paced training for aptitude and programming, all 4 programming languages along with DSA, DBMS, OSCN is covered. There are 25 plus projects on programming and latest technologies. One-to-one mock interview is conducted, guys. So if you are facing any particular interview, now imagine you crack
There is
test and
some audio issue.
your
You can
basic.
switch off your video.
Okay. Yes.
You
So
can
guys,
continue.
is it clear now, Ajinkya?
Yes, it is clear.
Okay. So you get one-to-one mock interviews as well. 500 plus hours of company specific training modules. Now guys, see, Hexaware has come in for on campus. So we are conducting live sessions for Hexaware. Next TCS will come in, Accenture will come in, LTI will come in, Cognizant will come in. So whichever company comes in, we conduct live trainings as well as self-paced trainings for those companies. There is a 240, actually this is 300. We have increased the length of this particular course. So 300 plus hours of full stack developer certification course is there. There is a course on AI, machine learning, data analytics as well. Okay. And guys, we have got a schedule for live classes. Generally, it is conducted 2 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week in the evenings, basically. For fast, there is a fast track mode also, which we have introduced. For students who can dedicate like 5 hours per day, you can go and opt for the fast track mode. Okay. These are some of the courses. So later on, guys, you can come on this page. You can check out each and everything. If you are registering with your friend, you get more discount for this. A lot of students getting placed using Masterclass. So there are some feedbacks as well. So this is basically the, you can say, roadmap we follow. So first, we help students prepare for aptitude, programming, and DSA. We help you build your profile with certifications, soft skills. Okay. Then company specific training, depending on whichever company comes in for your opportunity, conduct mock interviews, and we iterate that till success. So iterate means we continuously do this till your placement. So it does not mean, suppose now Hexaware comes in, you don't get placed for Hexaware. Next company TCS. So we help you to get placed for TCS. If not TCS, to till you get placement, we are always there with you. Okay. Latest technology trainings are always conducted, and any new training we introduce, it is always given to the masterclass students for free. Now we are also starting with the TCS specific sessions from 19th. Our master TCS cracker course is starting from 19th, but masterclass students get that for free as well. So if you want to prepare for multiple companies, okay, if you want to prepare for multiple companies, if you want to learn latest technologies, do a lot of projects, then this is a one-stop platform on which you can get everything required for placements. Okay, and whatever validity you select, the content for all of those is same. Just that I would recommend 2024 batch students to at least go for a 6 or 12-month subscription, because in that period you can do a lot of things. If you are a 2023 batch student, I would recommend you 3 or 6 months only. Okay, and a 2025 batch student or 2026 batch student can go for higher validities. Some of this is a certification. So any course you do on TalentBattle, you get a certificate from TalentBattle, and you can upload it to your LinkedIn profile and add it to your resume. Okay. Now, see, most important thing, the USP for TalentBattle, I would say, we conduct live classes along with self-paced sessions. So now why live classes are important is basically whenever you are doing your placement preparation, you can say consistency and discipline is important. You purchase some recorded course, you purchase it and never watch that. Okay, so it should not become like you are wasting your parents' money. So live classes, there is some dedication, there is something, you can say every day we put the message in our WhatsApp group regarding your daily schedule, daily lecture, and it becomes a motivation for you to attend that live lecture. Okay, sometimes if you're not able to attend, you can always watch the recorded lecture, but live lectures are very important. And just don't go on buying some random course which will just give you self-paced lectures. Secondly, live lectures always helps our team also to give you updated material. Now guys, when we are conducting Hexaware specific training right now for our masterclass students, those questions will be latest from the latest drives conducted. So we are going to give them or train them on questions which were given by Hexaware in the month of January, which was the off-campus drive conducted. So latest material is always available when we conduct live lectures, because in live we get chance to update our entire module. Secondly, guys, we have got 1-to-1 mock interviews. Now, whenever we go for mock interviews, we understand the student on a 1-to-1 basis and understand what are his strengths, weaknesses, and accordingly, our mentors guide him to prepare for the next interviews. So 1-to-1 mock interviews are conducted. Just watching the interview experience is not going to help you out to prepare for interviews. Okay. Next, guys, we are having doubt clearing groups as well. So whenever you face any query, you can just put it in the doubt clearing group, and you can always get in touch with our mentor. If you're not able to clear it over the group, you can call our mentor as well. Okay. So I hope you can just visit this particular link if you are preparing for Hexaware. Okay. And I have mentioned this particular class is also there in the the coupon code is
Amit, not able to hear.
mentioned as well.
Please continue.
Ajinkya, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So guys, I don't know where my voice was disturbing. Okay. So guys, if you have got any query which was not answered right now in the session, later on again, you can get in touch with us. And all the links for Hexaware, Masterclass, our study plan, everything is given in the description of this particular video. Okay. And stay tuned. We are also going to conduct a lot of live sessions for Hexaware, other companies as well. Okay. So I'll stop this session right now. Ajinkya, just let me know if I can end this session or you want to add something.
So students, if you're having any specific opportunity for you want us to create how to prepare kind of videos or material, just mention that in onto the comments of this particular video, so we can start working on that particular latest content. That's it, Amit. So for more updates and everything, you can subscribe to the channel. You can follow us on Instagram as well. We are creating a lot of placement preparation related content over there as well.
Okay. Yes. So thank you all of you, and I'll end this particular session.